Look out for that woman, she's made out of steel. Fly, she can cruise, do away with your blues. Just speak into her world on All About Her. This week, in our wedding special, we take a sneak peek into the making of a classic bride. The secret behind transforming an ordinary woman into a gorgeous bride.
We decided to take wedding stylist Rashmi's help, and as she pointed out, there are in a sense 3 broad looks you could choose from. The classic and timeless, the stylish and chic, or the quirky and adventurous. For starters, we follow Rashmi as she goes about dressing up from head to toe the classic bride. With the bigger investments in place, now for the D-Day and the most painstaking part, bridal makeup.
We've already selected the outfit and got beautiful jewelry on it, so now let's work with the entire ensemble. This is my dear friend Abir, and she's going to turn into a beautiful, radiant, traditional Indian bride for you. In a few hours, we're going to work the magic.
Rashmi starts off with covering any redness or spots on the face and dark circles under Abir's eyes. Next, the canvas for any makeup, the base, a color that's closest to the skin tone. While applying base, it's important to stay as sheer as possible so that the bride doesn't look too cakey under all those harsh lights. Next, the foundation needs to be set in with loose powder so it lasts long enough. Because as Rashmi points out, makeup always looks best 45 minutes after it's done and set into the skin. Once the canvas is ready, Rashmi starts off with the eyes. But before anything else, some loose powder under the eye so that any fleck of makeup that falls may be easily brushed away.
We're going to start with a cream eyeshadow because when you apply cream eyeshadow first and then eyeshadow on top of it, it will settle in much better, it'll stay much longer and won't wipe off easily. The cream eyeshadow is almost colorless, it doesn't really have any color, and it's basically been put just so that the eye colors that I put on top of it will spread nicer.
Next, filling in the eyebrows, but again not too much of it, and some transparent mascara so it stays in place. Then some highlighter to open up the eyes.
On the inner corner and the outer corner, I'm going to use a neutral shade first. And now we're going to work with the main color, which is a copper pigment.
To contour the eyes and give it more shape, a much darker color is used and blended. Then the liner and kajal for those typical Indian eyes.
And now we're going to smoke the under eye area with the same contouring color.
Next, the lips once it's been moisturized. A traditional red mixed with gold for that glam look. For the cheeks, a glossy creamy blusher first, followed by a regular powder blusher for some added color.
On top of the cream blusher, we're adding regular powder blusher to add more color to the cheek.
And lastly, a pearl finish on the apple of the cheeks for that bridal glow. Our bride's almost done, but for the hair and the final embellishments. Abir's original hair is tucked into a bun and a filler is added to give more weight and height, over which the dupatta can sit comfortably. Mang tika, earrings and diamante later, we have the perfect, classic, timeless bride.
While last week we took you through the making of a traditional bride in the customary outfit, this week we will go a little off the beaten track. Rashmi was looking for something with a modern silhouette, but in sync with convention, and she discovered just what she wanted. Traditional colors of red and gold, but with an extremely stylish cut. A halter top with a tie-up back and a fabulous A-line brocade skirt. The skirt was sequenced and had hints of silver and turquoise blended with the gold. Of course, we must complete the look with makeup, but the right kind. The last time we worked with the classic traditional look, and this time the makeup would be strikingly different. The initial procedure though remains the same. We start off with a concealer to hide away the flaws, then the base and some loose powder to set it all in. Now begins the eyes, and unlike the classic bride, this time the look promises to be much more glamorous. Also this time the smoke under the eyes is much more pronounced, and the gold glitter on the center of the eyelid adds that stunning, stylish touch.
We've used gold glitter on the eyes because the bride's outfit does have antique gold work and sequins on it.
As a contrast to the eyes, the lips are going to be pale yet glossy. Rashmi starts with a nude shade of lip liner and a soft coral color. Next, a 3D shimmery gloss with a sparkly gold effect.
It looks green, but it isn't.
And lastly, to top it all, a super gloss. For the cheeks, we go in for a bronze blusher on the temples, so it coordinates with the eyes and the mouth.
We're going to finish with gold shimmer. So she glows like a bride should on her wedding day.
Next, the most exquisite part of the look, the hair. This is actually the USP of this particular look when the bride transforms into quite the diva. Rashmi fixes beautifully tonged extensions on her hair, and the original hair too is tonged to give it that glamorous air. And voila! We have a bride who's also a trendsetter. From the traditional to the stylish, from the customary to the bold. From being a classic bride to being one with a distinctly contemporary approach, we've covered the two spectrums of bridal wear. And this week too, we move away from the staid, but this time to the quirky, an option for a very young, enthusiastic and experimental bride. The makeup too this time must be in keeping with the fresh young look. So unlike the classic bride, we're staying away from the traditional reds, pinks and browns. But first, as always, a concealer, base and some loose powder to settle them in. The hair this time is relatively simple. First, a bun of her original hair with all sections neatly pinned back. To avoid any flattening on the top, Rashmi resorts to back combing. Then the eyes. As a contrast to the orange in her outfit, Rashmi settles in for a purple and mauve palette.
So all we want is a little hint of color which works well with the contrast colors in the outfit.
This look is essentially soft. So a touch of purple for the under eye smoke, some mauve on the top and a little definition on the edges. An eyelight is used in the center to lighten up the look. This, like pearl powder, catches light every time light falls on it.
For the eyeliner, I do not want to use something very, very dark like black. Black would be too dark, too in the face. I want something really, really soft. So I'm using a wine-colored liner which will go beautifully with the whole purple palette.
The lips too are soft and not dramatic. Rashmi chooses a peachish coral shade. One tip while applying lipstick, fill in using a lip liner first before a lipstick. It stays on much longer. Some super gloss later, a pearl subtle blusher for the cheekbones.